Hello, this is Brightside and Live in Pink with the girls of StarCraft. We caught the guys from the StarCast here, who we've talked to a little bit and have become friends with. Guys, introduce yourselves and please tell us what you do.
Well, I am Garrett Weinzierl. I am the founder and host of StarCast, the StarCraft podcast, and the man to my left is
Kyle Ferguson, and I am the host and the invited founder of StarCast.
My name is Patrick, and I am the video producer for StarCast, and I also handle all the guest invites and also all the overlays and management of StarCast.
He is a relentless slave to our cause, and he does so much work for no pay. This man deserves all the thanks for why our Twitch show no longer sucks.
Awesome. Wonderful. Can you tell us, for those of us who don't know, a little bit about what you do with the StarCast? Because we've been on the show and we know, but you can probably explain better than we can.
Yeah, well, when it started, we just wanted to share the love with the casual gaming crowd, because StarCraft is so insanely competitive at such a high level that your average Joes who work 40 hours a week are kind of put off when they jump in the ladder for the first time. So it started off as just, let's build a community. There's no clan support, the chat rooms kind of suck, so let's give everyone a place to call home who may not be at the Team Liquid level.
We honestly had no idea what we were getting into. The names alone, getting started with the show, just threw us for a loop. We thought we were just going to be talking about some fun games, but actually there's a whole community based around it that has just been so much fun to get involved in.
Indeed. Now, since we started, episode 1, which hopefully is lost to the ether by now because it's terrible, we didn't even know what esports was. We were just big Blizzard fans. Kyle and I both came out of Warcraft, and we're like, well, it's a new Blizzard game, we have to play it. We wanted to do a podcast, we got in the beta, let's start a show. Now, since then, obviously it's become a very esports-focused show, and we've been having guest after guest pretty much since the first of the year. We've been booked on guests, as both of you two know, as your Live in Pink will be on our show this upcoming Wednesday.
Do you have anything to say about that?
Well, I have a question for you guys. What are the bigger personalities you had so far, and who are you excited to have or want to have on the show in the future?
Well, I've been making my rounds here at the tournament, and both Sir Scoots and Sundance have expressed interest in being on the show. And after meeting both of them, I'm really excited to have them on, because they both seem so intimidating when you see them on TV and talking about how awesome their team is and how awesome MLG is. But man, in person, they're very down to earth, and I can't wait to sit down with them for an hour to 2 hours and really pick their brain. As for some of the larger names we've already had on the show, we're so EG biased, it's hilarious. We've had Machine on, we've had LZ Gamer on, and we've had the man himself, In Control on. And I'm really crossing my fingers that we could possibly get Idra and Huck on in the future, because they are probably the two most requested guests. If you were to go onto our forums and ask everyone, who do you want to see? Those are the two names that come up time and time again.
Not to mention, though, also XLav and Greytorp, who were both phenomenal guests, and congratulations to XLav again for making it back on a team. That was so sad.
Yeah.
And such a bummer after getting to meet such a great guy.
A good showing so far this MLG.
Yeah.
Granted, he got knocked out, but I was really happy to see him actually take some wins.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we had Clutch on just before MLG, and that guy's doing great work here.
Looking towards the future, as he had said, a few more guests to be on the show. We're definitely looking to up our video quality and our video production. StarCast originally started out as an audio-only podcast, and probably about 20 episodes ago, we really started to launch it into the video segments, as that's become a huge demand for our audience. And so with the community's help, we're pushing for it into video, and we're hoping to bring pretty much on audience, community members, but also celebrities, because we don't want to lose touch with the community, because we want, the little man on the totem pole to still be able to come on to the podcast. So that's what StarCast will look like for the future.
That's awesome. So any shout outs or last words to conclude this interview?
Not too many shout-outs, but definitely make sure you tune into our show. We usually do it live on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/StarCast Show. We are aware it's the same time as live on 3, and we're currently trying to fix that.
And DRG over Marine King.
Marine King!
Well, this will be it for this interview. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Good exit.